bedtime story on the life of Moses. In this meditation, I invite you to rest in the words God said to Moses when he was exhausted, angry, and afraid. God said to Moses, "I will be with you." And tonight, as you turn to sleep, he says this to you as well. I will be with you. When God revealed himself to Moses in a burning bush, the place was holy, sacred ground. So God asked Moses to take off his shoes. Here tonight, after you have taken off your shoes, and as you turn to sleep, I invite you to also take off your burdens. Set them aside, trusting that where you are right now, God is with you. And where God is, this is holy ground too. So, close your eyes. Allow peace into every part of your body. Slow your breath. Breathe in goodness and trust. Exhale, letting go of anxious thoughts. Breathe in peace and love. And then breathe out the day's troubles. As you settle into a good night of sleep, I invite you to acknowledge the nearness of God. No matter how close or distant you have been to Jesus today, turn back into his presence and sink into his love. Father God, as I finish this day, I trust that you desire my company even while I am sleeping. Even while I sleep, you can heal my hurts. Even while I sleep, you can restore my exhausted mind and body. Even while I sleep, you can reveal your love to me and fill me with grace and mercy. As I have taken off my shoes for bed, I take off my burdens and hand them to you. I rest, knowing that those things that are still unfinished today, I trust you will help me with these things tomorrow. God speaks the words for you tonight that he spoke to Moses. I will be with you. He wants these words to burn bright and clear before you like the fire that burned before Moses. He wants his words to break through your darkness, to penetrate deep into your inner being, to grow in you confidence and love. God is a blazing fire of goodness, warmth, and hope. Yet it is often difficult for us to see him and to hear his faithful words, I will be with you. These were words that Moses had trouble hearing and trusting too. His life before the burning bush had been strange and messy. Nothing about his life made it obvious that God would choose him to lead his people out of slavery to freedom. He was the baby sent down the river in a basket, a Hebrew raised in the palace of the Egyptian king. Moses was a murderer who hid in the desert. If there had been a job opening for hero of the Israelites, Moses would not have had a strong resume. To our minds, Moses was an unlikely leader Yet God blesses. He embraces. He uses unlikely people. Moses doubted himself. He doubted God too. He was lost in the desert in the despair of his terrible mistakes. And even still, God says to him, Moses, I will be with you. And God will be with you too. God is with you. Your life doesn't need to make sense to you or to others. Your life can be messy and strange. And even still, God says to you, I will be with you. Allow these words deeper into your heart and mind. I will be with you. Rehearse this good news in your breath. Allow the burning fire of God's voice to shine into your darkness by breathing in and saying to your soul, God is with me. And then also breathing out, pray, meditate, and trust, saying again, God is with me. When I say Moses' life was strange and messy, I mean that his life did not move in a nice, clear, clean, straight line. His life's journey had many twists and turns, many layers of confusion and suffering. His mother took a papyrus basket and covered it in tar and pitch so that it would float. She placed Moses as a baby inside and set the basket among the reeds of the Nile, a wide, long river. His mother didn't know where the basket would be found. She sent her daughter to follow it as it floated away. It was the Egyptian king's daughter who drew him out of the water. The Egyptian king, the Pharaoh, had ordered that all Hebrew baby boys were to be thrown into the Nile. And it was Pharaoh's daughter who drew him out of the water. That is what Moses' name means. Drew him out of the water. How have you been cast into the waters, left to drown? How have you been lost among the reeds, caught in the perilous current of life? How have you been abandoned, thrust out of the safety of home? Jesus says to you, I will be with you. I have been with you. I will not leave you alone. You are named Moses too. You are the one I draw out of the water. I will draw you out of the pit, out of the miry clay, and set your feet upon a rock. You have been in the current of today's dangerous, rapid waters. Call out to God for help. Allow Him to draw you up from the soul-numbing currents of busyness, rush, and self-dependence. As you allow yourself to go to sleep, give yourself to God's care. Become God-dependent. In this story of Moses, we have a foreshadowing of what we gain in the waters of baptism. The waters that are meant for death turn out to be instead cleansing, healing waters. Yes, our enemy prowls around like a roaring lion, seeking whom he can devour. Yes, like the Egyptian king, our enemy wants to drown you. He wants you to be covered by the dangerous waters of life. Yet through this danger, through these very same waters, Jesus meets you. He reaches out to rescue you. He draws you out of death into new life. Allow these waters to wash you, ending a day, giving yourself to sleep, resting in God's love. This is sacred, holy, precious. As you are being washed, you are more and more free to be near God, to enjoy His presence, to trust in His watchful care. Rest. Sleep. Believe, allowing these words deeper into your heart and mind. I will be with you.